guys, welcome back. I genuinely didn't think I was gonna do another one. Okay, that sounds kind of clickbaity. I did, but I just didn't know when. Because honestly, can I just be so real? My coursework has been killing me. But I'm gonna neglect her a little bit, because I need to talk. So, welcome back to my kitchen corner. Yeah, I did it again. I literally cleaned the space. Like, I kid you not, I got here and I was like, I kind of want to do a video. Like, I got home and I was like, yeah, I kind of want to film a video. I want to talk for a bit. And I was like, I kind of stepped in the kitchen. I was like, oh, the kitchen's a mess. Great. So, guys, I put in a little bit of effort. I cleaned. It's crazy. But yeah, I cleaned and I'm sitting here in a kind of clean mat. Yeah. And today I kind of wanted to talk about, I think I put on my post, like the multifacetedness of like humanity. And like, it was a really, really long title, and I've noticed I do that quite a lot, especially when writing. Like, I remember a long, long time ago when I was doing some piece of work in literature, I remember it was like da 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 da. It was just like a really, really long sentence, like title. It just didn't really run. It wasn't smooth. But basically, I want to just talk about how like multifaceted, like how many faces humanity has, and I feel like that's kind of been watered down in like recent society, especially with social media. I'll get on to that. So I feel like the thought kind of came across because I was like thinking about it, like especially when I first started this channel, I was kind of like, what do I want my shtick to be? By the way, I don't know how to spell that word. If someone knows how to spell that word, please tell me. I wrote it in my notes. I wrote shtick like STIK. I'm nowhere near, but yeah. So shtick, because I kind of thought, I noticed how usually you see all these videos telling like how to get famous quick. You have to have a shtick, you know. So I was like, okay. And then I kind of realized, I don't know, like I kind of want to do everything. So that's so crazy. But yeah, I realized that. And I think it really did make me like reflect. Oh my gosh, I'm realizing how much I like fiddle around when I talk. That's not the point. But like just how like intersection and like kind of segregated like social media has made people like YouTube and things like that, and like Snapchat and all that have kind of forced people in that kind of social media area, has kind of forced people to pick up a shtick. And it's like I always used to like remember seeing all these like YouTubers or like I don't know, YouTubers, TikTokers, that would have this certain type of shtick, and then they try to get out of that, and it'd be like incredibly hard because it's like I can't really think of an example. So I mean, I guess I can use a metaphor, something like that, like you're like you used to watch this like when you were really young. You used to watch this like woodcutter guy. I don't know why woodcutting has always been this kind of like ongoing metaphor. I did it last time. I'm gonna do it again because it's easy, okay? But like it's a woodcutting guy, and then like you kind of float away from him for a few years, and you come back and you realize he's made a YouTube channel and he talks about like I guess his childhood. I don't know, and you're just kind of like, oh, and see that's like we've kind of programmed to like think of people as like, oh, they have this and that's it. Whereas I feel like humans are much more than that. Humans do much more than that and say much more than that. But I feel that's kind of been overshadowed recently. And also another thing that made me think about that is I was watching an interview with Alex Kansani. Love that lady. She's so funny. But I remember she was asked one question of like what's something that like what's one big misconception about you, and she talked about how usually like people don't think she can have like deep talks because like she's known like brain rot and like is that the Mona Lisa like things like that, like just funny stuff. So it's like people don't really assume that she can have like deep talks, and she was like, no, I like having deep talks. Like you guys can talk deep with me. Like I can handle that. And it's like I sat there and I was kind of like, how have we gotten to a point where I mean, it's not like a bad thing because, of course, she's built her whole thing on that, and that's great for her. But it's like, how have we kind of become like deafened, like blind, and like not able to see that people can have depth, you know? Like, I don't know. It's just kind of it's crazy. It's crazy. But, just check my notes again. But like another example of that is like in friendship groups. Like I remember in my old friendship groups, and kind of in the friendship groups I have at the moment, but not as much as before. There'd always be specific type of roles, you know. Like people would play a thing, like that'd be the funny one, the serious one, and da da da. Like to simply say it, you know. Pardon me. And though it's not as like intense as being like on social media, how you have to have that one shtick and that's it. It is kind of like, you know, your friends expect one type of thing from you, and if you kind of divert from that, like, oh, that's not the persona we were expecting, you know. And I don't know. Yeah, again, like literally sectioning people into like stereotypes is essentially like stereotyping people. Crazy it took me that long to find that word. Oh, but like stereotyping people essentially of being like, oh, you're the funny one. So the minute you start talking about like your mental health, it's kind of like, oh, but what about the jokes? And it's kind of like we should expect more from our peers, you know. We should look at someone and be like, I think they're capable of being funny, but also being serious and be able to handle heavy topics as well, you know? Because I also feel like I've talked to people, and also I've like looked within myself, and I've realized that like it's not fun to play up a stereotype, to only be the funny one, and then when it comes to your mental health, you can't talk to anyone because you feel like you have to uphold this standard. Or I mean that works for any other like type of role, specifically, or like the shy one, and then you suddenly want to be like loud and things like that, and people are like, whoa, you're the shy one, what are you doing talking for more than 5 minutes? Like it's like, oh, okay, because I've had my fair share of that stuff, like, oh, don't even. But it's like, you know, things like that. And it is kind of, it's sad for everyone in that type of situation, because it doesn't allow like real connection, because it's like you're still upholding this like facade, really, this like performance of like, oh, I'm the shy one, I don't talk. Oh, I'm the funny one, and I make jokes. But what if you have like Schumann's health? What if something's happened at home and you want to talk about it, but now you can't because I guess the group needs to laugh, ha ha ha. You know, it's kind of like, it's tiring. But all I'm trying to say, like, the main thing I wanted to say is, I actually think I ate with this. Tell me if I did. But I wrote, don't let the title society puts on you to define yourself. You know? Don't let what society has told you you are to define who you actually are, because you're the only one who gets to decide that. You know, like you like society says, oh, that girl's funny. She's funny. Or somewhere. Or you're just, I don't know. Like the funny one's just an easy one to like pick on because it's like the most obvious one, like the clown, the class clown and stuff like that. But it's like you are way more than that. Like humans are so much more in depth than people realize, and I feel like that's just been kind of watered down recently, like in social media. And it's kind of like, especially with like celebrities, like people idolize celebrities, and like I remember, or just like in general, how people like, especially like female celebrities, talk about like having intense stalkers and things like that, and it's like, it's not crazy to think that they are humans, and that like, yes, they present a certain like persona performance in on TV or on social media, but it's like at the end of the day, you are harassing like a normal person. Like that person is like, you'd see them done at Tesco's or whatever. Maybe you won't, maybe you'll see their assistant, but it's still, you know, them. It's not a crazy thing to think. But yeah, just like how that's kind of been watered down, and it's, I don't know, it's kind of a battle, it's an ongoing battle. But it also has something more to do with like parasocial relationships as well. That's like a different topic that I don't think I have enough time to talk about right now. But also say this, I kind of realized after thinking about all this and reflecting all this, I realized that I kind of want to do anything and everything on this channel. Like, I don't really think there's a certain shtick I can go for, because it's kind of like, well, I'm not really, if I don't feel like something, I'm not going to do it, you know? Like, I'm not going to, if I don't have my passion in it, then I don't want to do it, you know? Like, you can't bake a cake without a baker. And if I don't want to bake a cake, there will be no cake, okay? If you get what I mean. But, yeah, that's literally it. I mean, yeah, I just want to do everything. And don't let the title society put on you define yourself, okay? Because we all know you're way more than that, okay? So be in depth. And I think the next question after that is like, how do you do that? And I think it's honestly like discernment, being able to judge what people will truly, you know, be able to take in, that you can be funny, but you can also be deep. And if you kind of if you're looking at a person, you're talking to a person, you're kind of like, I don't think that that person can understand that I have more depth in me. It's kind of like, then they're not worth your time. Then that's not for you. That person's not for you. And on to the next person, you know, because what can you do except from keep on going. Because I think, like I said before, society won't wait for you. So you're going to have to keep on running. And that sounds kind of sad and depressing. But, you know, you could actually see it as fun, you know? Who doesn't like a little jog, you know? But, yeah. Well, that's all I have for now. I would love to hear your suggestions in the comments about what to talk about, because I don't know, sometimes I just like don't know what to talk about. But yeah, that's all I have for today. Remember my quote, and yeah, have fun, good night, yada yada yada. Hope you watch this video and hope you stay for more. Thank you. Bye. I'm trying to press this pause button.